Okay, so just tinkered with the volume on my end a little bit, hoping that didn't affect the recording. It just makes me a little more immersed and better able to hear background sounds. Also, I looked up, still can't pronounce it, vitae, plural of vita, which would be Latin for life. So I was right, vitality. So he's trying to make artificial life. Maybe that's the flesh, or maybe he means energy. Who knows? Life is one of those words with a lot of definitions. I'm guessing we'll find out, but here we go. Wow, I can hear the floor creak under his feet now. Goodness. A lot of subtle sounds I was missing. Was that red? Why is red dripping from the ceiling there? It's worrying. God, even the roaches made me jump now. That is some amazing sound going on there. Nicely directional, too. I can hear which side of me they're on now. It's amazing how a little change to sound can have such a big impact. I'd love to know what the threshold for darkness is, though. Like, I don't want to waste this. I'm assuming the pulsating means it's dark enough that it's messing with his head. Because, you know, these lantern things are limited, and I'd rather not waste them. What on there? Yeah, I'd be breathing hard, too. Kind of worried by that, actually. Why am I not surprised? The roof collapsed. Was that hole there before? Figure that's going to be useful in a minute. This appears to have been either a drawing room. Oh, a map room. Okay. I was going to say, you know, drawing room or room for viewing maps or scrolls of some kind. But maps it is. Tinderbox. Light that. I don't want to waste oil. Holy mackerel, that paper is tainted. Let's go. Nope, can't go under the desk.
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer.
Ooh.
My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Nope, it is going to force me. At least that's not a cliff. Oh. I have some Mistcraft flashbacks when I see Dark Void like that. I keep thinking of Monolith
It was
Eyes.
waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
I keep thinking a big red eye is just going to open up in the darkness. Very good Minecraft mod, Mistcraft. Added some void dimensions that had big, very creepy eyes watching from the darkness. Surprisingly unnerving for simplistic graphics. Pretty blue orb, though.
I reached out, closing it in my hands.
Touch.
The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry.
Well, he found
The
Cthulhu.
next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
So he found it. I shouldn't just run out here. I don't know, I feel unnerved. Like, one of these rooms would be an amazing hiding spot for, like, some kind of specter or shadow or whatever's supposed to be following me. Some more oil. The piano is playing again. That's I'm gonna call that good, but it could also be not good. Can I pick up a rock? Like, what am I supposed to hit that wall with? Nope, I cannot pick up a rock. Chair. Chair. You're gonna be useful, chair. Chair. Fell a little bit short there, but let's try again. Chair. Back over there. You did good, chair.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Oh, yes, you can. If you start booby-trapping the entrance to the bathroom, you are too careful. There's such a thing as too careful. There's such a thing as too anything. Balance in all things. Oil. I broke both of them. That's an achievement. Allstadt and Brennenberg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Allstadt. I can't pronounce that. Allstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenberg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever doomed to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called the Gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. Is it their prey, which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, it is their prey that reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Allstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight, which I believe is 2 weeks, as he looked for the remnants of kingdoms past. I may not be right on how long a fortnight is. Don't quote me on that. Look it up yourself. I don't always remember things well. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich, I love that name, is known to have passed away in Grenoble? I would call it Chernobyl, because there is a Chernobyl, I think. No, that's Chernobyl. Another example of my brain not... word association is a fun game. Try working off a memory system that plays word association games. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Allstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenberg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Allstadt, and like most those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the West over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Sounds like their version of the Illuminati. Oh dear, Half-Life 3 confirmed. I had to make the joke, don't shoot me. I still haven't played Half-Life 2 yet. I haven't. I just kept waiting for them to, come up with episode 3, and then other games got in the way. Easily distracted is a good word for me. I keep getting a hand. What can I... Book. Book. That's a familiar sound. It sounds like a timer. Just following a pattern here. That's that door from earlier. The hole in the wall creeps me out a bit. Oh, let's put that away. Ugh, I've burned up a lot of oil. Ooh, a key. Let's not pick up the key just yet in case it triggers something. I want to observe the paintings a little. I'm intrigued by that. In fact, there's angels up there. It's a little bit of my art history class coming out. I keep wanting to, like, not observe. Investigate the paintings. Not interrogate the paintings. That's, if you interrogate paintings, you might have problems. If they interrogate you back, you do have problems. Or you live in a fantasy world. Or Harry Potter, I guess. The land where paintings talk. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels.